So hi, I'm Jane Austin. We're going to be doing a backbending series for Chipper. So this is for mamas, earlier in pregnancy. So we've got a second trimester mama here, 20-weeker. But early in the pregnancy, some of these backbends can be done later in the pregnancy, but with just a little bit of caution. We'll give some modifications. So we'll just get started. Let your eyes close and take a moment. Find your breath here. And from here, let the hands come to prayer mudra at the heart. So open the eyes, and then from here, just release the hands, press through the shins, bring yourself up onto your shins, and hands come down the midline and as you exhale. So follow the rhythm of your breath. Just working the quads a little bit, getting a little juice and blood flow into the legs. If this strains your knees at all, you can stay in the kneeling position and work just with your arms. And one more time, just like that. And exhale, bring the hands down. Now this time, go ahead and bring yourself back upright and stay on your shins. Now we're gonna work a little bit of a mini camel pose. Now this is best done with maybe a little bit of support. So you can take some pillows or whatever you have, and you can place them on your shin bones. Now from here, place the hands on the hips and lift the chest up. Now this is just a little mini back bend, so you want to arc the upper back, staying here. And then if it feels good to you, don't feel any pull down the midline of your belly, bring the hands onto your support beneath you and lift the chest. So the nice thing about the Ustrasana is this particular posture, the camel pose, really focuses on the upper back. If you feel any strain in your neck, keep the gaze at the horizon. We do the back bends to energize. Now from here, press through the shins. You always lift through the chest first. Chest comes up, then head comes up. Good. So that's a nice variation. You're welcome to use that. Let's go ahead and go a little bit deeper in this shape. Press your hips back toward your feet. And from here, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Now turn your fingertips towards your buttocks and then stay on your fingertips. So use the fingertips to get a little bit of leverage to lift the chest. You want this to feel good here. Take a few more breaths here. So again, we breathe across the front of the chest. Now for some of you, if you feel a pull down the midline of your belly, or you've got some strain in the ligaments that are supporting your uterus in the front, you're gonna wanna stay here. Those of you that wanna go deeper, if it feels good, begin to draw the tailbone down toward the pubic bone as you press the hands into the floor and begin to lift the hips up. Just a really gentle back bend here. And some of you might wanna take the hands in a little bit closer to the feet or stay right where you are. And then we breathe here. We use the back bends again to energize us when we're feeling a little fatigued or tired. And then slowly lower the hips first. Chest comes up, chest, and then head comes up next. Good, let's transition into hands and knees. Then we'll come into the puppy pose. So from hands and knees, just walk the hands forward. Hands walk forward. And press the shins into the floor. Draw the tailbone down just a little bit and the arms stay lifted. So press the shins down, arm bones stay lifted. So we're using this as a counter pose. Not a complete counter pose, but just to release the back for a breath or two. And walking the hands back underneath the shoulders and cross the shins and come to sit. Coming into tabletop pose. So walk your feet out in front of you, and you want your feet as wide as your baby requires. So if you're a little bit further along in the pregnancy, you're probably gonna need to take the feet a little bit wider than hip distance, and you wanna press through the big toe mounds of the feet. That's really important. Then from here, let's start by just holding onto the shins, and then lift the chest. This is a great alternative. It's a great first upper back bend pose. Now, if you feel like you've got a bit more space, go ahead and bring the hands behind you, fingertips on the floor, just like we did in the Ustrasana. So come up onto your fingertips and lift the chest. So another variation here. This is a great, beautiful upper back bend. Gonna give you lots of space. If you're having a little hard time breathing, the gentle back bends feel really good. Now, only if it feels good to you, you're welcome to press the palms into the floor. Make sure that the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Now, many people are gonna need to walk their feet in a little bit. And again, press through the big toe mounds of the feet and then float the hips up off the floor. Strong internal rotation of the thighs, and keep the gaze either at the horizon or up at the sky. Couple more breaths here, opening up across the front of the chest. Beautiful. Then slowly, slowly release it down. Yes, chest comes up first. And then go ahead and cross the shins and roll forward. And let's come into a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Good. And sometimes just a really quick back bend sequence can be that just little midday pick-me-up. So hope that was helpful to you. Check out some more of our videos. Thanks.